Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Welcome back to the T0 to T6 Abyss series. We've previously been doing some cowboy maneuvers in the T2 Abyss, and I think it is a very good way to earn a lot more ISK than the T1s. It gave surprisingly a lot more ISK than I thought, and it could also just be that I was lucky, but the thing that surprised me the most was actually that the extraction nodes that we get, they gave me a lot more ISK than I thought. I didn't know that they give me that much ISK, so that is the main thing that surprised me. But to be honest, I feel like it could be that like if we get a bad wave, we could possibly get popped. And I just feel like the position we are in right now in our T0 to T6 Abyss series, I feel like it'll be very devastating for us to lose our Retribution, because even though we've got 78 million ISK, we can replace our Retribution pretty easily. It's going to cut in so much progress if we lose it. So I'm going to stick to the T1s, and the benefit about the T1s is that you do them so quickly. So even though they give less ISK than the T2, you can do the T1s so quickly. So we're just going to switch our clone right here. Okay, there we go. Clone switched. Let's grab some filaments. See how quick we can do 3 of these T1 sites. And we've got pretty good skills right now. We're still at 275 DPS like we've been having for the last few parts. But the thing is, our support skills have been trained up to quite a big degree. Right now I'm training the rapid firing and surgical strike to level 5. So we've trained quite a few support skills to level 4. We go here to gunnery. I just sort by my skills. You can see a lot of these are level 4, pretty much all of them are level 4 apart from this beam laser specialization right here. So I'm trading up first the level 5s with the DPS ones, because DPS is going to be quite good to have. Then we'll get the zealot skills, which are actually these skills right here. You see spaceship command 5, weapons upgrades 5, energy upgrades 5. These are the ones that we're going to be training just to get the zealot, because they're required for heavy assault cruisers. If we go here, required for level 5 heavy assault cruisers. Okay, so let's form a fleet with ourselves and get down to business. Activate filament. Okay, strike and spark needles. This will be easy peasy. I'll try going for the extraction nodes. I don't think it's going to be worth it, but I just want to see what we can get, because I never really even considered the extraction nodes in the T1s, so I think it might give something. It's a little tiny little extra on the side if we're able to. We can just try going for them, because we're anyway very fast in our Retribution, so we'll get to them pretty quickly. And we've also got very long range, so we'll be able to just snipe everything anyway. Standard, because these guys are in standard range. Standard ammunition. Grab this. Standard. Oh, now they're not. It's just so typical. When I use an ammunition, they're in the range that I want to use for the other ammunition. Then I change to the other ammunition, and it's just like, nope. Okay, I'm going to be outside the range of the ammunition you just swapped to. And now look at standard range. Let's switch to standard. Let's see them go out of range. No, never mind. They're in multi-frequency range even. Okay, pop that. It's still a nice half mil right there. Just half a mil. Can do a nice little volley right here on the bicommissive cache. I feel like we could almost alter our Retribution slightly. I don't know how, but we could probably alter it slightly to have a bit less tank and more DPS. Because I just feel like we're really over-equipped in terms of our tank for these sites, or the T1 sites at least. I think we could pack in more DPS to make the T1 sites go quicker. And I've mentioned that before, that we could use a pulse Retribution. But if we just stick to beams, I'm just thinking what else we could use. Because beams are still nice. I like the range. The range is always good to have. Especially if I were to get those extraction nodes like we're doing right there. So I'm just thinking what we could do, because the easiest way to get an increase in DPS would be, or the most powerful way to increase the DPS would be to have a triple heatsink 2, and then after heatsink 2, it'll be better to have a Tech 2 rig. We can't really fit that realistically, 4 heatsinks, but generally speaking, the way it works with the weapons grouping is that, like, if you have 3 heatsinks, then it's the most efficient way to get DPS. But then if you have 4 heat sinks, it's better to just have a Tech 2 damage rig, and then just use that instead to get more DPS. My time is a bit slow right here. I don't seem to be applying too well. Let's go here. Aurora, always start off with Aurora, is nice to have. Transfer. Can make our inventory a little smaller right here. So we can see our loot. Oh, we've got some primitive cache. We've got anchoring Dharma as well. Go to this one over here. Pop that one. And then we can go with the Imperial Navy Multifrequency. See if we can blast this anchoring down my dam, because he's going to make me go slow with his warp scrambler. Got a little bit closer. So you're going out of range now. Where's our range? 11 kilometers. If we were to get assault frigates level 5, that'll make a big difference to our range. We'll get so much more range because of the assault frigate skill scales lower the range of the Retribution. Pulse a few beam shots with our multi-frequency right there. This seems to be missing a lot because they're going too fast. Open this up. Open this up, please. 600k, okay. Approach this guy right here. We can go for this node over here. I mean, it feels nice to get these extraction nodes because you're sort of getting more ISK for the filament, but I feel like it's almost just better just to do more of the sites. You know, get more ISK that way. But it doesn't feel too bad if you were to like compare in the grand scheme of things to what we're actually getting from these biocommissive caches, because what we get is not particularly great ISK from these T1s in terms of the biocommissive caches. So see that nice little extra right here is always feels quite satisfying, I would say. 500,000 in each. It's like, how much is 500,000? It's like almost a T0. It's like basically we're getting a few T0s here and there. The extraction nodes. Or we get nothing. That's 28k right there. Okay, let's get to the biocommissive cache. Move, please. Oh, it's so annoying. I have to go to the side a little bit. Then we'll take a nosedive. It's now at the 5-minute mark. Obviously going to be a little bit slow when we're going for this full clear style of gameplay. Oh, and then we collide with the gate. To switch to Aurora, always best to start with that, so you can just get some shots off directly. Open this up. 1 million. Not a lot actually. See what we get in the next room. Got some T2s, but T2s are hardly worth anything. You start to get more ISK from the filaments when it comes to T3s and high, especially T4s now. Oof. You can get some dank ISK from those. So now what have we got here? There's a lot of extraction nodes right here. Go for these. A bunch of spark needles. Blast away. We can go for this one. This one's a bit closer. There we go. And hopefully we can get some shots in with our Aurora at long range. Yeah, we actually managed to destroy at least one. I was thinking maybe the tracking would not be good, but it was alright. Grab this, 200k. Go a little bit to the side. Our Retribution is like not really wanting to accelerate a lot. Start shooting right there. Slow down a bit, please, Retribution. It's hard to maneuver through these asteroids. Not the easiest of tasks. Grab this extraction node. We can even start using the closer range ammo on these guys. Blast it with the multi-frequency. Could use Gleam, but I don't think it's really worth it. Because they're just the inconsistencies with Gleam when it comes to the range is really not nice. Like, I mean, the enemies, they can sometimes be 5 kilometers, sometimes be 10 kilometers, sometimes be 15 kilometers. It's going to go in and out of Gleam range. A tiny increase in DPS, I don't think it's worth it. And tracking, I don't think the increase in tracking will be worth it either. Go on, take out that guy there. Okay. Standard. Yeah, I think just the full clear style will be better, because just I feel like we're wasting too much time with these like long range ammunitions, less DPS. Instead, just go hardcore, just go straight in with the high DPS ammunition. With the Aurora, and the amount of time I have to spend traveling is a bit of time wasted. Not a lot, but it is a bit of time. What have we got here? And we bump off the asteroids as well. It's also quite a frustrating thing, bumping off the asteroids. I feel like maneuvering is going to take a lot of time. In a cruiser, you're not having to maneuver so much because you're like sort of quite stationary here. Just like you're going at so high speed, you just bounce off everything. 3.8 million. This is full clear as well. This is not particularly good. Its average is 5.5 million, and I'm guessing that when it comes to the average, most people are not like I'm doing the full clear style when it comes to the ISK or the T1 sites. So it doesn't look too promising, this we're getting right here. But we've got 1.3 million. Yeah, it's not too great. We'll just blitz these. We don't have to do this full clear style. It doesn't feel worth it in the T1s. T2s I think is worth it because it was some more ISK we're getting there, but T1s just feels like, oh, what's the point? Let's go in the next site. See if we can do this a bit quicker than the previous one that was quite long. Let's go. Lucifer Cinnabal. Go straight in. Grab the loot. Standard ammunition. And blast away. Fury over here. We tanked these guys pretty well. Shouldn't be any problem. We'll go with multi-frequency. Look, when I switch to multi-frequency, it's going to be outside multi-frequency waste. Look at that. Look at that. I just was thinking, okay, I'm going to go multi-frequency, and it just decides to go out of my range. And let's get to this Lucifer Cinnabal over here. Neuting as well. Neuting as well. Orbit at 7.5. Reduce speed to improve application. We're getting neuted out quite a bit, but it's alright. We could also orbit current, to be honest, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe we use one armor repair since we're getting used to that to quite a big degree. He'll go down pretty quickly anyway. That was a big shot right there, 247 penetrating shot. It webifies too. We're getting some penetrating shots now, okay, that's good to see. We'll go to the transfer conduit. Full speed. Full speed. Aurora to be ready for the next wave. 1.5 minutes. Great, right? That is what you call blitzing. Super fast, super speedy. Okay, we've got spark needles, little drones. Can just get on some volleys in right here. Good. And we'll just go straight in, use the multi-frequency just to keep it ranged them with the good DPS ammunition. Keep it range. Blast away. What's the range we're keeping range? 8.5. We'll just keep it range. We should be alright. When we keep a range, transversal should be decent so that we can just destroy them straight away. Like we're just doing right now. Really great to see. Really, really great to see. Where's the loot? We should go to the loot. Get that loot. Yeah, this is much better than the full clear start because we just waste so much time going around trying to maneuver to the wrecks. That's what took the most amount of time, maneuvering. I would say that's the most time consuming thing. 4.6 million. Ooh, that's a decent amount of ISK. It's funny how I'm like jumping up and down. 4.6 million, but that is a significant amount of ISK right there for our level of gameplay. What gave us the dank ISK? And it must have been some T3 filament. Yeah, FPS Gamma. The classical Gamma filaments always give us so nice ISK. 3 minutes, okay. Good time indeed. Origin conduit, striking veilers. Oh, this is going to be super easy. I have to go for this. Oh, we go for the biocommittive cache right there. Grab the loot. Use standard. Attack the veilers. Go into multi-frequency. And grab this. And then we can just keep it range after we've got this. 1.2 million. Let's go. Just land a volley with standard. Wasn't really worth it. We'll just go with multi-frequency. There we go. We're getting our full hits right now. There's a short range, multi-body tracking pattern. That'll increase tracking, but we've got no real problems with tracking right now, so it's alright. And what is the time? We're doing these sites really fast. Wow. We're doing them under 5 minutes basically. But we can kill this down like very fast. Yeah, look at that. Penetrating shots is doing really a lot of damage. Let's go to the Triglav in Origin Conduit. Yeah, well, there you go. 4 minutes and 10 seconds. T1 Abyss. We're doing them under 5 minutes now. Wow. That's a really great time right here. I'm really happy about that. The Pulse Retribution that I've been using, that I've been thinking of switching to, it actually completes them of the size in a similar amount of time. So I'm surprised how good this Beam Retribution is performing. Beams seem to always do wonders. Even though the DPS is low, you're applying a lot of DPS all the time. Just to wait a little bit until the filament refreshes. Third site, let's go. Buy competitive cash. MWD on. Armor repairs on. Ooh. Destroys straight away. I've got here lucid escorts. Okay, we just keep range, multi-frequency these guys down. Should be easy. Oh, he's almost destroyed by the time we even got in range. And now he just has to go out of range. Let's grab this. Standard and popped. Now we can just get in range. Keep it 8.5 kilometers, should be easy. Alright, there we go. Lucid escort, the last one. What's the time? Just 1 minute is gone. Go to the transfer conduit, just snipe this guy at long range. Boom, destroyed. Aurora over here. Try to lose for Cinnabar again. Getting a bit of repeats of waves. Let's go for the little frigate first. Just snipe him off the field before he even gets in range. So yeah, I can switch to the standard. There we go. Can go maybe with multi-frequency at this range. Or not. He seems to be going outside multi-frequency range. 1.7. Let's go a bit closer. He's getting outside our standard range. I'm thinking later to do, I'm not sure if it'll be like next time, but in the future I'm thinking it could be an option to try the Retribution out in DED hunting. I've mentioned this before, but I think it'll be quite a fun thing to do, get that rare drop, just like so much progress is going to be made there. It'll feel really nice. And this will be very suitable for like Sancha and Blood Raider DED hunting, because the EM damage is going to be very useful there. Oh, look at this guy, he's muting me a lot. We'll turn off the armor repair. But I think that it could be a fun thing to do, because the Azov frigates and just small stuff in general is usually good for low tier DED hunting, because you just need good application really and fast lock times or fast warp speed, and that's exactly what you get when you're in a frigate. Fast lock times, fast warp speed, and we could even put like something like a sensor booster to blitz these tiny little, these tiny sites, like the anomalies, so we can try to get the DED sites a lot quicker. You just go around, blitz them really fast with the Retribution. I think it'll be quite fun, because especially with beams, we have the range to just snipe everything before it even gets anywhere close to us. I think it'll be just fun. My friend Ibatajori, at least, he has actually used Retribution for that, and it seems to have provided him with some promising results. He fit like a core probe launcher in his utility high, but I don't know if we need to fit a core probe launcher, but at least use the Retribution for the DED hunting. It seemed to work out very well for him. Lock these guys up. Pop. Go here, get this. Use standard now, actually. The great thing about the Charybdis Tyrant, he's just so weak in T1s, no shield at all, and that's his main HP pool. He just goes down super quickly. And just get in range of Charybdis, to be honest. And try pushing him back towards the gate. Charybdis Tyrannos. Yeah, this is super easy. can go with multi-frequency now and just push Charybdis Tyrannus towards the gate like this. Because we can just snipe the Scylla Tyrannus on the road towards the gate, because Scylla is always going to be relatively close to us since it's pretty fast. Charybdis, on the other hand, wants to always keep range, pull range from us. It's a bit annoying when he does that. Where's time? Approaching 5 minutes. We're soon done with this because he's got no shields left in the instruction. Structure goes down super fast with Charybdis Tyrannus. Keep it range maybe 7.5. Then we go up here. We can sort of push Charybdis towards the gate. You see this guy, he's keeping range at me, or keeping a close range at me. But, oh, something I noticed right here, he's got a scrambler, so I'm not able to fully move a lot. But we tank so good anywhere in this ship, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, go for Origin Conduit. There we go. Scylla. A little bit over 5 minutes, but I mean, we've got Battleship Wave. They're always known for being a bit slow. Decent, decent. And Scylla goes out super fast. So no issue whatsoever. Boom. Let's go. 5.5 minutes. Wow, we are really getting some nice speeds in this Retribution. So let's see now. Total loot is 16.6 million. Nice ISK right there. Nice ISK. We're getting some dank ISK with this Retribution. Well, one day we'll have that Zealot. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.